Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Monday, March 4th, 2019. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. The Nevis Literary and Debating Society was welcomed home with much fanfare today, Monday, March 4th, as they returned to the island after having won the Leeward Islands debating competition over the weekend. Felicia Liburd tells us more.
During a brief ceremony at the Charlestown waterfront, Junior Minister of Education, the Honorable Troy Liburd, commended the entire team.
At no point in time, neither on Saturday night or last night, did I have any doubts at all that Nevis would win. I had no doubts because our students were top. And I know that it's not easy to perform that well, and you don't just get up and perform that well. So there had to be a lot of preparation. So I also want to congratulate the staff sponsors, the teachers, and everybody, anybody who was involved in getting our debaters ready for the debates. Those who sat up till the wee hours of the morning to assist with the preparation, with the writing, with the practicing. I want to say kudos to all of you. And when you put in the hard work, the result is excellence. And excellence is what we have here today.
A number of persons, including students, teachers, parents, and well-wishers, were present at the brief ceremony to congratulate the team. President of the Nevis Literary and Debating Society, Jerry L. Liburd, expressed gratitude on behalf of the team.
And I am truly proud and pleased that we and the debating team could bring home the championship one more time, especially since I'm the president, and I feel really happy and I'm so proud of them. Like watching them debate, you could really tell all the hard work that was put into it. And I would like to thank the staff sponsor, Mrs. Jones, the teachers, Mr. Jeffers, Mr. Spinton, and Miss Clark for helping our debaters, and Ms. Pemberton, and everyone who helped in preparing the debaters. I would also like to thank the general public for always supporting us in our fundraisers and when we ask for help and for encouraging us in everything that we do. Once again, thank you and congratulations, Team Nevis.
Azel Williams was adjudged best speaker on the final night of the debate. We caught up with her after the ceremony.
I didn't expect it, to be honest. At first, I started out as a reader. I wasn't a debater. And over the few months, as I worked hard and I progressed, I became a debater. And to be honest, I'm really honored and pleased that I have been awarded Best Speaker for final night.
Among the government officials present were Minister of Youth, the Honorable Eric Evelyn, Senior Minister, the Honorable Spencer Brand, Junior Minister, the Honorable Hazel Brandy Williams, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Kevin Barrett, Principal Education Officer, Danella Claxton, Principal of the Charlestown Secondary School, Juan Williams, Director of the Nevis Sixth Form College, Pamela Pemberton, and staff sponsor, Wando Jones. Freddie Liburd reporting for the Nevis Newscast.
Meantime, Night 3 of the LIDC saw Nevis, represented by Dahlia Slack and Zidane Wolkin, taking on Anguilla to debate whether the lack of trust in our own people is the main reason the majority of CARICOM states are yet to adopt the Caribbean Court of Justice as their final court of appeal.
The judges in the Caribbean and the CCJ have too close an affinity to the political directorate. And so there is bound to be immense mistrust, because in small societies such as ours, perception is paramount. Mark you, moderator, I do not have any concrete examples of any judge colluding with or doing any individual any favors. But such assertions or beliefs need not be true in order to influence people's perception. The point is, moderator, that for all the grandeur of the CCJ and the immense credentials of its jurists, there are very strong convictions which people hold of the regional judiciary and institutions. And unless the factors informing such convictions are addressed, then that potent lack of trust will continue to be the major stumbling block towards regional acceptance of the CCJ.
Politics by its very nature is polarizing, and people have a general mistrust of politicians. Thus, when Caribbean prime ministers so nakedly immerse themselves in the campaign for the CCJ, it only serves to aggravate one of the core concerns regarding the CCJ in terms of politicians trying to influence the course of justice. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, this point need not be prosecuted any further. The arguments put forward are irrefutable, and they all point in the direction of one thing: a palpable lack of trust in our own people, and we remain resolute that it is this lack of trust which serves as the main reason why the majority of CARICOM countries are yet to adopt the CCJ as their final court of appeal.
Nevis won that debate, amassing 640 points to Anguilla's 608 points. The final night saw Nevis, represented by Carvincia Webb and Azel Williams, taking on host Antigua to propose the moot: Caribbean countries have not done enough to afford the LGBTQ community the same legal rights and protections as other citizens.
I shall furnish you with a dossier of information which clearly outlines how Caribbean countries have been nonchalant, if not negligent, in their treatment of the LGBTQ community. I shall demonstrate this reality by focusing on the following points. 1. The retention of colonial-era laws which criminalized homosexuality. 2. The failure of Caribbean countries to give legal protection and recognition to LGBTQ relationships. And 3, the prevalence of discriminatory policy and practices in healthcare settings. Moderator, just a cursory glance of the law books of several Caribbean countries would reveal that in this contemporary year of our Lord, 2019, our legal system is still littered with antiquated colonial-era laws which unjustifiably target and marginalize the LGBTQ community.
Nevis won that debate with 569 points to Antigua's 503. The Best Speaker award went to Azel Williams of Nevis.
Just go to YouTube or pull up your iTunes and peruse closely the lyrics of many soca and dancehall songs which permeate the ears and the airwaves of the Caribbean. You will discover not only a marked vulgarity, but also a clarion call to exterminate homosexuals. Take, for example, Sizzla Kalonji's "Rasta man nah apologize to nobody, boy. If you diss King Selassie, me gunshot you, boy." Or Elephant Man's infamous song, "Log on and step on Chichi man, log on. If you no see a icky man, dance we a dance and a bun out a freaky man." You hear the lyrics? Frequent calls to shoot, burn, and squash homosexuals. Moderator, music plays an important role in shaping modern social behavior and attitudes, and such barbaric and homophobic music only serves to incite violence against the LGBTQ community.
The award for the overall Best Speaker of the competition was won by Ivor Adams of Anguilla. Still to come.
And this $20,000 shows our commitment in not only our youth.
The details after this break. Welcome back. A ceremony was held on Friday, March 1st for the official naming of the Nevis High School's championship after the meet's title sponsor, the Bank of Nevis Limited. The ceremony took place at the bank's conference room in the presence of athletes, their coaches, and teachers.
We believe in improving the quality of life, and this $20,000 shows our commitment in not only our youth, but also the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. I must at this point reiterate that the children are our future leaders, and we must develop them holistically so they may represent us proudly in every aspect of life. It is this reason that this sponsorship of $20,000 came so willingly and easy.
Fayon Jones is the marketing officer at the Bank of Nevis Limited, while Everett Martin is the bank's general manager.
Part of our strategic development here at the Bank of Nevis is to make a contribution towards the development of youth, and in particular through sports. And so essentially our partnership with the Ministry of Sports is indeed an effort to ensure that we can achieve that particular objective as part of our strategic plan. And so for me, today is a very exciting time, very exciting moment. And I believe that the championship, the high school championship, is a good beginning. It's the second year, and we are partnering with the Ministry of Sports, and I'm hoping that we would be able to do so in the coming years.
For the second year, the Bank of Nevis Limited is collaborating with the Department of Youth and Sports to host the athletic championships.
And I'm also extremely happy and extremely delighted and excited, as Mr. Martin would put it, that the Bank of Nevis has decided to partner with us this year. They would have partnered last year, and the partnership is yielding a bigger financial contribution for 2019, which we are all happy for. Now, of course, we as a government, we as a ministry cannot do it on our own, and it is always good to forge partnerships. And it's good to forge partnerships with financial institutions like the Bank of Nevis, which we know would endeavor to do their best in terms of the financial contribution. So I'm happy that the Bank of Nevis have seen it fit to invest in our young people. And so I'm delighted that we are having this competition again, this school championship. So from the Ministry of Sports, I say thank you to the Bank of Nevis.
Also partnering with the Department of Youth and Sports is the Ministry of Education.
Mr. Martin, you did pledge your continued support over, well, in the upcoming years, and we look forward to that. And we are hoping that this year, the product that you see at the Nevis Athletic Stadium is going to be so high that you're going to double the sponsorship for next year. We are going to try and create that product that you would not hesitate in adding some more to your sponsorship. Not that it's not a sizable amount. Yes, it is. But we are hoping that when you see what we produce, or what the Department of Sports and the Ministry of Education would collaborate to produce, that you would say, well, this needs a little bit more financial injection, and you would not hesitate.
Friday's naming ceremony was chaired by Director of Sports, Jamir Claxton.
The opening ceremony will be on March 15th. It will start with a march through town, culminating with a ceremony in front of the tourism apron here in Charlestown. On the 16th and the 17th, that's when we will have the events. And the events for this year are the 100 meters, 200 meters, 400, 800, 1500 meters, 4x1, 4x4 relay, as well as long jump, high jump, shot put, and javelin. And the 1200 as well. So you're in for some exciting events. Also, the costs per day, $10 children, $20 for adults.
General Manager Everett Martin made the official presentation of the sponsorship check to Minister of Youth and Sports, the Honorable Eric Evelyn, and Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Kevin Barrett. The graduation ceremony for the Prospect Community Group's Clothing and Textile Workshop took place on Thursday, February 28th at the Maisie Bartlett Community Center. Minister of Community Development, the Honorable Eric Evelyn, commended the Prospect Community Group for organizing the event.
It is really heartening when a community group can take it upon itself to organize a workshop, and a workshop that has delivered some fantastic dresses that these ladies, young ladies, are wearing. I want to say congratulations to the community group, and this is telling me that community groups are not all lost. There is still hope, and I would encourage the Prospect Community Group to continue to do what you're doing and to continue to organize activities of this nature.
Minister Evelyn urged the participants to put their skills to good use.
We must wear clothing. We are not living in prehistoric times when everybody was going around naked. So we must wear. And this is an area that has quite a lot of demand, because people in Nevis love to dress. And of course, when people are going out, everybody wants to look the best. And so these are the times when people spend a lot of money on clothing, whether you purchase it in the store here, or, as most people are doing nowadays, shopping online, or you shop when you travel. And so the demand is there, and a lot of money goes into clothing. And this is could be a very lucrative area. And I can see some of you becoming your own entrepreneurs and your own designers, as would have been described by Ms. Greenaway, and you can have a very thriving business.
The Minister of Community Development presented the participants with their certificates of completion. He also presented the facilitator of the workshop, Cavell Mills, with gifts.
And I'm encouraging you all not to just let the machine gather dust and then turn the scissors into play paper scissors. That you all continue to improve your skill, improve your craft, continue to sew. And of course, you know, if you need anything, I am available. All persons should have my number. And if I don't respond right away, I will.
13 participants graduated from the 3-month course, which began in September of 2018. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Thank you for viewing.